want this. Hello, my name is Connor, and I'm making a game called Primitive Protection. The game is basically a wave survival game where the players face off against gnomes. And we are going for a claymation style similar to Just Act Natural. So, yeah, gnome horde game. But who are the gnomes gonna be fighting? Goddamn cavemen, alright? That's who'll be fighting gnomes. Because that just makes sense, you know? Let's slow down for a second here. How are the cavemen gonna be fighting the gnomes? Alright? Well, it's obvious. They have guns. We give them guns. How'd they get those guns? The gnomes gave them the guns. The gnomes gave them the guns because they're super advanced, cool, extra intelligent gnomes. And everyone also knows gnomes hold grudges for eternity. So, you know, like, the cavemen stole the guns from the gnomes. And then the gnomes are like, wah, 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 wah. Man, Jesus. So, we got the basic story done. Alright, it's down pat, we got it good. But we're gonna actually start working on the game now. So let's do that.
Or not. I've always wanted to make games, but I've never really followed through with any project. And I find it incredibly hard to. I've wound myself up with so many unfinished projects. When I look back at all of them, it makes me a little sad. I want to make games people can enjoy and have fun playing, but to be honest, a lot of the time I think I'm just a little too stupid to do all these technical things. I think it was my love of the medium at first that made me want to create inside the medium, to be creative with this interactive format. But it is just so difficult. I've been playing video games my entire life and have been enamored by the thought of making my own. But geez, is it goddamn hard. So in this project, I won't be making my dream game, like all the other game developers out there. I'll be making something that I am happy with, and that I would want to play with my friends. Oh, did I mention that? The game's gonna be multiplayer. Making it even more difficult for myself. Woohoo! Love that.
So to start off with, we need like a nice character model. Like, you know, the player character or whatever. I'm not that great at modeling though. I can model, I'm just not a good modeler, okay? We're gonna photo scan like a little plasticine thing, alright? It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick, alright? Trust me on that one. Jesus Christ, there are definitely better methods, but he looks okay, and that's all we need, okay? He looks okay, he looks a bit like an acorn. A friend said he looked like an acorn, but I don't mind the look of an acorn, so, you know, he looks fine, he looks great, and he looks wonderful, alright? Definitely better methods out there, don't do it like I am, alright? Don't. But he's all retopitalized. But he's all retopoed, textured, and rigged. So let's do some animation on him, right? Let's do some animation. Let's make him run around. Let's make him do a little skedaddle, you know? Well, how about it? Look at that cute little skedaddle he's doing. And he has his arm raised for whatever weapon he's going to be holding. Now it's time to put our caveman into the engine. And we're using Unreal Engine 5 for this project because it's the only engine I actually know. So basically, all we gotta do to get this guy working is to plug his character model into some player character that has already been made for us. Then we gotta set up his animation blueprint that tells our caveman what animations to play when. So basically, whenever he exceeds a certain velocity or looks up too far or down too far, he plays a different animation. I did have a jumping animation before, and also had it working, but it got ruined by the gun. So we will just leave jumping to the wayside for now. So I've been doing some thinking. And I think we need like a solid objective for the players. So, I'm not quite sure. Maybe like something to protect. I think I've got an idea. So, I made this thing. It's going to be a teleportation device made by the gnomes that the cavemen also stole. So the cavemen are going to need to charge this thing up to go to a different timeline where it will be the next level. So the funny thing about the charging orb is what I did to make it. Basically, I got the Blender default cube, subdivided it a bit, and then beveled it much too far. Then there were these protruding edges, and voila, we have a charging orb. I just made it red and glow a little, and then bada bing bada boom. So how the hell are players going to protect the orb? Well, they're going to build around it. Alright, so I bought a building plugin It's pretty good, it works very well. I'm going to be doing a lot of adjustments to it in the future, like changing all the models and changing how the UI works to fit the game a bit better. But overall, I think we're going to be using a lot of plugins for this project because it makes things so much easier. This is a very, very short project, so really, I need all the help I can get. So I've got my gnome over here, and I'm going to scan him up with a camera and put him in the game.
You could be mad at me, tell me I was born to quit, I was checking, go. Or you could just freak with me, I said it again, let the numbers roll. I hear that about you, baby, it's back when the city's cold.
So it was pretty easy scanning him, but I had a weird problem with the end result of the scan where it duplicated him for some reason. But it wasn't too hard to fix, so I just cut him in half and mirrored one of the halves. Also, he was very easy to texture, I love Adobe Substance Painter, and then I just did a little running animation for him. So it's high time that we actually make some AI, get a little gnome running around, and you know, it should be pretty easy. I just put like a move to function, AI move to, and then attack when he collides with the player. But I know it's going to be more difficult than that because it always is, you know? Alright, but look at these guys. Don't they look just so goddamn cute? I love them, they're perfect. I might fix up the model and textures in the future, but I'm trying to finish this game in a couple months, so I can't be too picky on how the thing looks. Some people complain that the moustache kind of looks like a mouth, and then it messes things up, and then mouth looks bad, but whatever, who cares? I love him, he's perfect. Now we gotta add some weapons. Now, I tried to model this, and it wasn't looking that bad, but in the end, I decided to go with a board model. And I think I'm glad I did. That model didn't look great. Also, VFX is not final, I just wanted to add something to help display that the caveman is actually shooting. And somehow, I also got the weapon switching, which was a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. And all of this works with multiplayer as well, which is really surprising, because that took me like an hour to do. It was crazy, it was so quick. Alright, so we've done all this progress, but this game doesn't...
It's just in the daylight, no. It's just in the daylight, no. I am a broken screen, I'm a map routine that just bottomed on and I'm over it. I am the distant voice, I'm inside your head and you don't know me. I am over it.
Why you mad at me? Tell me I was born to quit. I was checking gold. You should just freak with me, and let the numbers roll. I'm made by the fire. I'm waiting back where the city's cold.
So I built this map in a singular day. It's a test map, so it does look a little bland, but I actually really enjoy how it looks. The gnomes spawn from the beach, and the player spawns at the top of the sand mountain thing with the charging orb. This project is sponsored by the Australian Alopecia Areata Foundation. Alopecia areata, totalis, and universalis are all autoimmune conditions that result in the loss of hair. I have alopecia areata, and sometimes it's quite difficult because it feels very isolating not having anyone around you who's dealing with the same thing. Fortunately, the entire point of the AAAF is to put people dealing with the same thing around you. The AAAF also hosts camps each year to which I've been to free. If you live in Australia and have alopecia, you can sign up to the registry by heading to aaf.org.au. And if you don't, you should still definitely head over to aaf.org.au to read what it's all about. Or what would be wonderful if you have real long hair is a hair donation, which my brother actually did not too long ago. Anyways, on with the video. So what I should have clarified earlier is that I actually have a couple people working on the game with me. I have two artists, one by the name of Will and the other by the name of Kiet. These guys are absolutely awesome at what they do, and I wanted to show off some of their art so far. My models do not do justice to Kiet's brilliant character design. This is Will's idea of what one of the levels might look like, and Kiet has been drawing some awesome characters and other things for the game. That was the original concept for the caveman, then we have the gnome, then we got the gun, and then we got some trees. Kiet also worked on the stamina bar, and Will the health bar. And this is the rest of the stuff Kiet has done, because he has done a lot. Anyways, if you want to, go follow all of my socials to keep up with the game. I will be posting to all of these pretty regularly. And also, if you want to see more development on the game, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as that's an indicator to me that people actually want to play the game. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.